And that's what's important. Because there's a lot of things to do in life, and I think the main thing too is helping others, because that's probably the most fulfilling thing you could get in life. I mean, I think there's never, you can't get enough of helping others. So that's a nice, another insatiable thing. Like all the vices are really insatiable. Alcohol, well, you can't get enough, right? Money, well, you can't get enough, can you? and so we just go forever. But why isn't giving? It should be that way, because if people realize how much fun it is and how it feels so good, then that should be addictive, right? And I guess we're just too selfish and to worry about that. I was thinking about how they say the Republican convention, and how we're made up as a country. I mean, everybody uses the government. Like I just see that Elon Musk is going to now give Trump $45 million for his campaign. Now, why does Elon Musk do that, right? Because he wants that. And he knows Elon Musk gets more government grants than anybody in the world. I mean, his rocket ship company is all government money he gets, His Tesla cars, it's all government money he gets to build those cars and to put up stations and everything. So he lives off government money. And the same with Bezos, another billionaire. It's government money he gets to train his employees, to buy, to set up his offices. The government gives him money to do all that. And these are the people that, the libertarian crowd that wants no government money except for them. So it's, and I sort of see it though, government programs are helping other people participate in capitalism. I mean, capitalism is, everybody does itself, yada, 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 yada. And that screws up helping people if you all have to do it yourself, but you're not capable. And so it seems like the community is something that is necessary. And we have those necessary functions, which again, like capitalism, is probably overused, and the community standpoint of our society is probably overused too. If one program is good, why isn't 12 better? I mean, that's how I buy T-shirts. Oh, I like this one. I'll get 12. And that's a part of us. So, but it helps us participate in capitalism. And so we need somebody to help each other. I mean, why do we have religions, right? To take care of that side of us that is really taking care of humanity. And that's the soulful side. So we take care of each other with that part of us. And I see our economy as sort of 2/3 and 1/3. We have 1/3 is our community that helps each other, and 2/3 is capitalism, right? So that's why Google is all capitalism. It doesn't want to help each other, it just wants money. So everybody in Google wants your money. So you got to be very careful in Google. So we have the other part of our society, which I estimate is be about 1/3 of it. So we have 2/3 is run by capitalism, and 1/3 is run as a community. And that's really nonprofit organizations and government programs. And that's why government programs, and that's why, to me, it is, when you go to election and if you vote, then you're really voting for people who are there to take care of the community and the things that capitalism can't do. I mean, one thing doesn't, it's sort of like lawyers. Lawyers see a legal problem everywhere, but every problem can't be solved with a legal thing, We all have our places in society. And that's why when we become good at something, we all see that. If you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail, and you want to use the hammer, and that's why the program, boy, I mean, whether it's Trump, all the money he gave to rich people. So he uses the community. I mean, he gave tax breaks like going out of nowhere to help people. That was most rich people. And Biden was the other kind of person, is the people that really, I think the programs Biden's really talking about are programs that have help people participate in capitalism. Now, Trump didn't do all things. I think part of them too, they think that everybody should do it by themselves, and so it's the individualism kind of thing, and just leave government out of the way. And that's true. Government should be out of the way as much as possible. But then there's some way that it should be in the way. In other words, to me, particularly now with our country running with mega companies that are so fucking big, you can't fight Google. You can't fight Facebook or any of these huge mega companies that control so much, and it costs you millions of dollars to fight them in court for 3 years or whatever. Nobody does that. So that's why, to me, the only one on your side that has power is the government. So if somebody messes you over, you have the government to use if they don't follow the laws. Otherwise, you have to spend out millions of dollars to hire a lawyer to fight these big companies, and they know it. Your insurance company, I mean, they could screw you over so easily or whatever for anything, whether it's automobile, healthcare, any kind of insurance company. So you have very little control in that, no matter who you are. And particularly, the people, the half of the country who can't pay a $50 bill or a $500 bill. We have half our citizens that if they got a bill for $500 now, they don't have money to pay it. Okay, so this is how everyone's living, hand to mouth. So if somebody messes you over with $500 you have to pay, or $10,000 that you don't think you have to pay, where are you going to come up with the money, to fight that or do anything? Well, this is what government has, and this is why the people without money can turn to this source that is even more powerful than any lawyers. And this is why we have at Let's Go Help, we have a listing of all the legal programs that are available in every city, every state, because everything is regulated. So if your insurance company doesn't pay for something that you think they should pay for, wow, you go to that office in the state that regulates them. They'll send a letter and investigate. Even if you have no money, even if you're wrong, they will still investigate. And that gives you power in the system. So that makes you feel more comfortable in life, I believe, that you have some power without having to spend $5 million on an attorney. I see people like Giuliani's, he's millions and millions of dollars and all spent on attorney fees now, and he's broke. So who's winning here? The attorneys, right? My attorney, Bernie. It's a system, right or wrong or whatever. To me, it's how you take advantage of what's there, And the problem is the things that are tools that the average person can use that doesn't have a lot of money are not advertised, so you don't know they're there. So lawyers are there because you see the advertise. You have a phone, you have a lawyer, call 1-800, we'll screw the guy, whatever it is. And it's important that people know about the options, because if half the people in this country do not have an extra $500 to do anything, how are you going to get justice? How are you going to solve problems? How are you going to get and grow in life so you can contribute? How do we get more of our society helping each other, right? And that's in really developing yourself and your skills and talents to contribute to the overall society, right? And that's what I assume nonprofit and government offices are. Now, if you have another way, great. I'm willing to listen. But certainly, the capitalist society isn't there to encourage it, because they want to make money. They have to make money for their investors and things like that. Their mission is to make as much money as possible for investors. Okay, so that's their job. So who's watching out for the little guy? Not them, because they can't afford to. Their job is to make as much money as possible, for their investors. And so, to me, then it's the people who worry about our community and the kind of community we live in. And to me, that's nonprofit organizations and government offices. And the problem with that is they do not advertise, so you don't know what they're up to. You don't know how to use them. Nobody does. And unless you show me otherwise, I think I'm the only person in town that does that. For many years, I felt I was the only person in town that was telling you what's good about the government. Because we have, thousands and thousands of media people in Washington, where I live, telling you how the government is bad. And that's true. Everything about that's absolutely true. And you could investigate me and find bad shit about me. We all have bad shit, But if someone is out there just telling you bad shit, you're going bad shit. Bat, B-A-T, instead of B. B-A-D. You're going bad shit with all the bad shit. Oh, God, old man jokes. And so you don't realize about the good stuff. And like all of us have good stuff, bad stuff, whatever, all kind of stuff, monkey stuff. And so you don't think of using that because all you hear that is bad. I want nothing to do with that. And that's terrible because the rich in this country use the hell out of it, to get what they want. They want nobody to bother them so they could screw everybody. And that's not true of everybody, certainly. But we all would like less people telling us what to do. And so in theory, that's not a bad thing. But how it can become a bad thing if people abuse it, and that's the problem. So what do we do if people abuse it? Well, do we say, oh, you have to hire a lawyer at $400 an hour if you feel abused? I don't know, I want to live there. Can't you play nicer? I want you to play nicer, please. Mommy, they're not playing nice. And that's what's happening, I think. But it's interesting, and we go back and forth, and like all of us, we eat ice cream. Oh, that sounds good. We keep eating ice cream. Oops, I can't fit in my pants anymore. What's going on here? Ice cream feels good, doesn't it? Yeah, but there's bad. Anything to extreme is sort of bad. So it's hard to regulate ourselves, and that's why we have scales. We look at that. Holy shit, the scales don't lie. Look at that. My pants don't lie. I got so many tight jeans. It cost me too much to get a whole new set of them, and so it forces me to lose weight to get back into all those jeans. Let me tell you about some programs I have here. The links, for if you remember, take a look. I just put it up in the chat, all these links, and I'll put them in YouTube when I finish. So if you're watching me on ClickFunnels, not on ClickFunnels. Oh man, wait till you get 81. On YouTube, no, you want to go to YouTube if you want to see the list. I can't get them up on Instagram and on TikTok because when I go live, then I haven't figured out how to do that. We don't have no list here. We don't. Okay, Tammy, sorry. I'm wrong a lot of times. There we go. Okay, thanks, Tammy. Yep, I screw up a lot, okay? Here they are. Okay, so grants to help you pay for assisted living. Yeah, I mean, everybody. I'm an old fart. And if I wasn't healthy, my family would be looking for assisted living. And most assisted living is not paid for. You have to be covered or whatever. But you want to look out for, there are programs. The link I have there about assisted living is what Howard County has for assisted living. So the county has programs, to help you pay for assisted living, either in a facility or at home. Every county has this in some way, not every county, of course. I show you all these things as an example. Just like the $10,000 for rent that is, deadline is the 30th. Now that's a program, oh, where did I do that? That's a program that is, where is it? Rent for vectors, no. Anyway, that's a city that has a lot of extra COVID money, and they opened up their rent grant program again, and they are gonna close it on July 30th. So they're opening it up for just 2 weeks because they have a lot of money left over. See, a lot of places are doing this. So if you need money, because there was so much money for rent and mortgage and utilities, there's still, besides the current, there are also current programs, there's new programs. But now this old money that was there from COVID, they're still trying to get rid of that too. So you could go to findhelp.org right now and put in your zip code and then put in rent, and you'll find 50 to 100 programs to help you pay rent. So that's what I'm encouraged. When I give you a headline, it doesn't mean that it's for everywhere. I can't do that. But it's an example of the kinds of things you have to look for. What I'm trying to do is encourage everyone in this country to look for stuff. Because even though you can't find it or something, doesn't mean it's not there. And the more you train yourself to learn how to find out these things. This is what we do constantly at Let's Go Help, and particularly with our people like Tammy and Charity and Michelle, all the people that help others learn how to use this system, because they didn't know about it until they started doing it, and they figured it out. And that's why to me, that's better to learn from somebody like them than some guy dresses like a clown and curses a lot, like me. So that's important. So you want, and the other place to go for your help with long-term care is you want to contact your area. Okay, your local area office on aging. Every office, it's a federal program, and it helps seniors with all kinds of problems. So they'll know about the programs in your area. I was helping a friend who had a sister who was a senior dying in San Francisco, and they needed help in their home. They wanted to put her in a house and die, in a home and die, and wanted to do that at home. And so I talked to this fellow who's in charge in San Francisco of getting that. Now, he gave me listing of phone numbers of 3 different organizations that help you do that. And they have grant money to help and supplies. It's not one single magic bullet like Medicare or something like that. No, these things have to be done piecemeal. So that's why you have to roll up your sleeves and start getting on that phone and learn of the pieces that are available. So it'd be nice if life was nice and simply organized, all just one button to push, and you get everything done. And unfortunately, it's not that way. And so what you have to do is start training yourself to learn these skills about how to do it for any problem you have in America. Because that's the kind of help that's going to be there. Not a magic bullet, but pieces of the puzzle that you have to put together. Now, here's a thing they have in Illinois now, which is interesting. They're giving out $1,000 a month for 12 months for domestic violence survivors. Okay, $1,000 a month for 12 months for domestic violence survivors. I know they're members of our community are domestic violence survivors. So that's why you have to look where you live for that. Now, what they're also providing is housing, domestic services. I would think that's like childcare or other kind of domestic services, and financial coaching. So this is a brand new program at the state level. See, that's why when you see it in one state, it's likely that there are more states that do this. And you have to take it upon yourself to go and look. And a good place to start looking for any of these things is the findhelp.org. We say that all the time. But you have to not stop by just looking at findhelp.org and searching. You find what's really there. What kind of help are you looking for in Tennessee? Oh, thank you, Judy, for helping. What you have to do is find those orgs. So maybe you go to findhelp.org and look under domestic violence. and you look for the programs there, and you say, oh, there's no program for me, or something. There may be 30 organizations, but for some reason, the way you read it, you say there's nothing for you. Well, you can't stop there. That's the kiss of death. If you stop there, what you have to do, you're not going to get any help. You take those 30 places, you start calling, and you say, hey, I'm not sure if you can help me or not, but I need help. I'm domestic survivor of domestic violence. I have to take care of my kids. Don't have income. I can't. Yada yada. Whatever. Can you suggest places that will help somebody like me? See, life is full of wonderful humans. They're not in Google though. There are people out there doing things like this, but they don't advertise, so you don't know, and you think the whole world is fucked up and they're just screwing you over. And that's a reasonable assumption, particularly if you're using Google, because everybody there wants to get money from you to solve your problem. And you don't know that there's other people out there that want to give you money to solve your problem. See, all you think is there's money out there, people out there want to get your money to solve your problem. You don't have any money. So why the hell even bother talking to them? Get out of Google. Get out of town. And find the people who are there that are literally there to want to help you. That's why they decide to do this. They want to help people for the rest of their life, and they choose these careers. So you got to give them a chance to work for you. And they're not all perfect, they not all work or whatever, but this is your lifesaver if you learn how to use it. Because see, we're not trained at all about how to use these things. We're trained to spend money. And so we expect perfect service when we spend money, right? So you're not spending money here, so the service isn't going to be perfect, and things like that. So you got to think it's a different mindset. And this is I mean, it's not a sliver of our economy. This is over a third of everything in our country are organizations like this that are here to help people. A third, 33%. It's probably more than that, but that's I've been studying it so much. I know the federal budget government is at least that, but then you have nonprofit organizations. See, a lot of this federal money goes to nonprofit organizations to help people. We decide as a democracy, as long as we're that way, to spend our tax money solving these problems. So people get paid to solve these problems. You have to know it though, and you don't. And it's there for you. But it's not going to be easy. It's easy if you go to Google and have money. Okay, then that's easy. You make a few phone calls and you'll wind up somebody money, definitely, and they'll charge you hundreds or thousands or whatever the hell it is. You don't have that, so don't even play, please. But anything you want to do in this life and in this country, there are plenty of programs to get you out of debt. To help you buy or fix up a house, to get the education and job training you need, to get the health care, dental care, whatever kind of care, no care, eye care, mental care, any kind of care you need. Starting a business or becoming a professional of some kind. I mean, the opportunities are there. It's going to take struggle, but it is there. Mr. Matthew, I go by. But that's it. Domestic violence, that's the State Department. In the state of Illinois. This is what's interesting is that nurses now are going to handle 911 calls. They're getting so many calls that a nurse could handle not a policeman. So they have nurses now at some of the triage places that pay 911. They're in trouble, and a nurse could solve the problem, not a cop. Sent out a cop, and that was sort of interesting to me. Here's the Dauphin County. That's the one with the rent application. Where the hell is that? I forget. Dauphin County. Emergency rental assistance instruction. Well, let me see where that is. I wonder what state that is, because that's Yeah, okay. Dauphin County Emergency Applications, okay. You rent and utility assistance, Dauphin County. Where are you, baby? Dauphin, oh, Pennsylvania. I should that. I grew up in Pennsylvania. I didn't know that. Okay. What did I know? Okay. So that's where that was. The deadline is July 30th. These towns and counties and everything got so much money during COVID, they haven't spent it all. So they're trying to find programs now to spend it. So you want to find out where they're spending their extra money. If I have access to student interns, that could work out better. Jeff, well, yes, you can get student interns. There are programs. They work for organizations for free. The government pays them to work for you for free. But if you need help like that, go to careeronestop.org and look for getting help like that, okay? Volunteers. Or interns, if you want to call them that, whatever you want to call them, and see that. Ask your question. Yeah, okay, there you have that, Judy. There are a lot of information. You want specific answers, you can say, yeah, thank you, Judy. Judy, if you want to be, if you've been successful at getting grants, we'd love to have you as a navigator. Yeah, I'm always looking for navigators, okay? And so let Misty know if you want to be a navigator, okay? And just help other people. So you could be live like I am now, or on Zoom, and just be available to ask, to point people that need some pointing. It looks like you know that. Judy for navigator, Michelle. I sent that thing again today, Michelle. Sorry, this old man is so bad at details, besides flunking English in college, Michelle. So I hope you get it, and I hope you have my blessing for anything you want to do in life. And it's very important, okay? Listen to this. California has $1 billion of unclaimed grants. Okay, $1 billion. $1 billion of unclaimed grants. And it's for grocery money that they're sitting on, that the word didn't get out well enough, that people had it there. And I have it in the listing on above on this thing. $1 billion. Billion, as in B, as in boy, of unclaimed money. And just, they don't know. So that's why you have to take on it. Nobody's going to go canvassing, knocking on the door, like getting your vote. No, that's what they should do. They should have a listing, everything. Hey, you have $500 sitting here. You should come and claim it. They don't. They do it the way they think. Man, we can't even give away our money. A lot of people don't pick up the grants we have. And by the way, everybody who applied for the car repair grant, thank you so much. We have another one coming up on the 20th that we're giving out $20,000 on the 20th of July. Is this still July? Oh my gosh. I forgot already. On the 20th of July to help people with rent or mortgage, or it's $500, and so we're giving a bunch of those out. So it just apply. It's just one sentence. That's all you have to do. The application is on Let's Go Help Too. Make sure you get there and fill that out. So and if you don't get it this time, you get it next time, okay? And then we have, on the 30th, we give out 30 free laptop computers, and we're giving higher price computers out now. The inflation is getting us too, that we have to spend more on these computers that we're sending out. Judy, I'm going to have a convention soon. Okay, Judy, will you think about helping us if you're in the mood? We'd love to. Love to get more. I mean, it's just showing love. I mean, you seem like a passionate person, and that's all we need are passionate people who care for others. Yeah, and we all need that more than anything else. I mean, thank you, Judy. That's wonderful. And then there's nothing better than to give than a hug or just some. just encouragement. We all need encouragement to get through all this shit we have to get through as a human. You know, we wouldn't need it if life was pretty cool all the time, but it ain't. And we all get beat up. I can show Judy. Thank you. Uh, thank you, Charity. Yeah, Judy, because it is so important to make people feel cared for. That, oh, Xavier, wonderful. Please, Xavier, that is so much. If we have more people that are just there to show your gratitude of being able to help them. Oh, I get so emotional thinking about that, because I don't think there's anything better to do in life than to help somebody else. And you, like, here, two people now, and say, yes, I want to help others. That's amazing. I just, I can't believe it that somehow I'm involved in something like this. I'm so grateful. Javier, what is your experience in grant writing? Why can't I make Let's Go Help charity mine? Kane or Solano, people can trade it, pump it, or then harvest a tax loss. Not sure what you mean there, Jen. Jen Time, why can't we make a Let's Go Help charity mine? I see. Oh, coin. Oh, I see. That's cute. Maybe there's a way. You figure it out. We got a platform to do it. Celebrity crypto coin. Well, it's time. See, if you take this is, I mean, that's why your talent of able to point somebody to a possibility of a phone number that's already there to help them it is more valuable than anything, I think. It's pointing them and showing them where this help is, because it's like oil in the ground, and people walk by it every day and don't realize they just have to poke a hole. and this thing comes out, you know, and that is just the most amazing thing in the world, that we could all do that. It's not me at all, you know. It's this. I think it's the country we live in that has this. You can't thank me, definitely not. We have it here. They're just the fucking people who start them don't know how to let people know. and all we hear about the government is something, all bad shit. And we got to know that too, so we could fix it. Like us, we got to know what's bad about us, so we could fix it. And that's important. Judy, you're just so wonderful to say that, and it's so. I just lost for words because I don't know how to express it. We're not trained to do that. Julio is another one like that. Wow, that knows that his heart will grow as he does this. I mean, that's what I know, and that's why it's more in my face at my age, because that's the only thing left I have to grow. You know, I can't get stronger, I can't get faster, I can't get smarter. All that shit's going downhill. But I can love harder. That's what's amazing. And that we all have that power to love harder, to give more, and to grow as a human. That's why I think we're all organic. I don't know what the fuck how this happens, you know. Love changing life. Well, right, see? I mean, that's why I feel, I wake up for this shit. If I have that power, I can really give somebody a phone number, really to change a life. It may or may not happen, but I have the opportunity to maybe try to happen. I'll accept for your love. It's ever increasing. I'll accept for your love. It is ever increasing. Yeah, I see that as I get older, I'm loving more, and that's growing me as a human like nothing else has. I sort of, maybe I became more cocky or whatever. I don't need a title, right? None of us do. And that's why I want everybody to know this is not me. None of this is because of me at all. You know, it's because of you and what's in your heart that you want to give. We're all given this. It's not unusual. And we live in a country where we can show people this. I mean, it's I can't get over it. I just say I've gotten more out of this one session than I have in a number of other sessions. I don't know. I truly feel. Well, thank you, Jeff. Yeah, I mean, anything from the heart is real. You know, everything else we try to impress each other. What was it I said yesterday? This guy who's an old tap dancing teacher. It says, well, he says about dance. So he says, dance to express, not to impress. And I think our work is like that too. Most of us work to impress somebody, and it should be to express ourselves, because that's what we have to give, ourselves. And expressing ourselves as much as we can is the best gift we could give to the society, I think. Helping others is a true sign of loving your fellow. I believe that, and that will, could be each of our own little way. I mean, I don't expect to change the world. None of us should, but we could change our perimeter where we are and how we treat others. Judy, are you able to go offline so I can have a brief conversation with you? Thanks, Judy. Keep up the good work. Well, guys, I have to say that I've gotten more out of this one session than I have in a number of other sessions. I don't know why. Yeah, because we're talking about what's in our heart, not what's in our pocketbook. Yeah, and that's more important. And those problems will solve itself, I think, in a way, if we have, if we feel loved and try to find an answer to our financial problem, it more likely will come there because we're bringing it from the right place and not expecting a miracle, or whatever. And life isn't made of miracles. It's made of little inches, I think, of going in a right direction. More men should feel it. Yes, I mean, the older I get, the more I feel. I love crying. Man, you guys brought out some tears in me, and that's the best part of the day. Because if I cry, I know something important is happening. And that's the most important. We want our lives to be special. We want our lives to be worthwhile. And I think if I'm crying, I know it's important. So that's why what you are here talking today about how you want to help other people. Man, that's very important in my mind. I see that's a very special time, and that makes me cry because those are they're to me are more of what life really should be. We run around in a fucking mouse in a cage and don't even know what the hell we're doing or why we're doing it. And now we have a way to feel something of value, and it all doesn't work. It can't, but even if it doesn't, it gives comfort to others to know that there are people like this, and they don't have to feel alone. I think that's just a loneliness thing, and we all fight in our society. You have to be tough and strong and smart and rich and all. Fuck no. Most of us are not. No, you can chat with Judy. Let's see, I'm going to be sending you an email, okay, Michelle? Jeff, Matthew, I get your frustration. In a normal scheme of things, I help with small community business banks to get, oh, neat. I used to writing that emotional roller coaster as well. We all struggle, and it's hard to keep touch of that heart stuff because nobody trains us to do that. The science of crying, Judy, wonderful. I cried a lot as a kid. If you're a boy growing up in the 50s, that was not cool. We should all help each other. We should all grow together successfully. Yeah, I mean, why not? Doesn't that make sense? Why do we get so selfish and close our heart? See, I think opening our heart gives warmth and accepts loves from others to make us feel better and grow. And if we feel better, then we could grow because we could give better if we feel better. Our current theme of our community bags are for veterans and first responders, which, as you know, yes, is all social. Yeah, that's wonderful. So you're part of that network, Jeff, huh? No, yeah, you're the only banks that give grants. Right? and that's going, no, I mean, I tell people, go to community banks, man. These other people just want to buy yachts. The others are helping the neighbors, and that's what they're there for. Well, I can figure out how to write them or find someone and first responder, which, as you know, cross and all social. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, in the 9/11 and the first responders. I mean, it was government employees who were running into the building. Government employees. Everybody makes fun of the government. Man, they were the fuckers the one running into the building when they were being blown up. Wow. I have a problem with messages duplicating and also with misspelling. Oh, absolutely. Oh, I do that all the time. Having a problem with messages duplicating and also misspelling this morning. Ask Misty. I get it all the time. Everybody, you know, hey, you know, when people looking for a job, hey, let's go. You need somebody to edit you. I don't have the time. No, I haven't started drinking, so I don't have started drinking. Everybody thinks, oh, that's so you need somebody to help you edit this. I do. Again, I'm just so hurried, and it's not an important thing. I mean, you look at my videos that I do. I do all of them myself. You see the typos all over that place, and the nuns would kill me. They'd be rapping my knuckles all day if they saw any of my work. But I'm making a living and having fun. If you want perfect, you got to go somewhere else. And then it's not human to me if you're perfect. You know? And then what are you going to do? I mean, then you expect everybody to be perfect, and they're not, and it's not comfortable. That's why, you know, you talk to people on the phone, they're answering your questions based on what you say, and they're reading from a script and whatever. That's not a human experience. So you want to get off of that fucking call as soon as you can. How do I apply for this 10,000 grant? Which one? Leah, the way you do this is you tell us what you need money for, and we show you the best places in your area to get that money for that thing. Oh, the dear Lesko family member. Oh, yes, everybody here is wonderful. Thank you for having a wonderful day. Yeah, Liela Moore? Yes, and don't forget to download 2 things. If someone's there to give her a listing for the 500 mini grant report for her state and for the Lesko meta grant report, the COVID, well, that's for a specific city, okay? It's in the listing I put up there, the city that has that. That look for $10,000 COVID rental grant applications available. I see I misspelled available. V-I-L-A-B-L-E. Yeah, misspelled. That closes July 30th. But you have to find it for yours. Okay, look at that one that Tammy just put in. Okay, for Lesko Meta Grant reports. Look at item number 3 in the Lesko Meta Grant reports. Okay, and then you'll find out how to find the programs like that in New Jersey. Okay, we don't have that link here in the chat. Okay. Okay. The links, those links. I see. Yes, I did put it in there, Tammy. It's up there. Maybe it's still here. I'll put it here so you see it. Okay. Yeah, it's in here again, okay? Okay, guys, well, you were delightful. You made me cry, so that is a job well done. You make me feel human and alive and warm and fuzzy inside, and nothing better than that. And that's because of you, only you. Can't do this alone. We need each other. So thank you so much for everything. I have a court date due on 22nd July, and I called the Union County offices, and none of them have funds. Well, no, you gotta look at the list I told you about. And also make sure you go to get legal help, because if you're getting evicted, you wanna get legal help before that, and maybe they could stop that for you. Go to justshelter.org. Okay, there are the mini grant reports, okay, for New Jersey. You could go to that link and download the one for New Jersey. Yeah, and here's go to justshelter.org and look on local assistance under Just Shelter, and start talking to attorneys. Call 3 or 4 of them, see what they say. Don't just call one and wait for them to answer. Everybody's busy. You want to keep calling and even talk to more than one. Yeah, it's called Community Resources. Okay, here it is. Okay, there it is, the link. So start calling those attorneys, get one on the phone and tell them the problem, and see if you have any options there. Okay, because see, the landlord has an attorney, so they just want to get you out of there, sue you for the back and rent it to hire a monthly rent. See, they just want to get you out of there, and you could stop that maybe, and but there's laws to do that. Finally checking around. Start with your local power board. Good. So start banging on that phone. Often they have said, yes, absolutely. A lot of utility companies are helping with that. Is that what you mean, the power board is a utility company? Judy Newman, okay, yes, okay. Yeah, where have you been all my life, Judy? Oh, no. Oh, that's okay, Judy. Well, now I found you. Good. Often they have. Yeah. So, Judy, thank you so much. I'd kiss your hand if it was here. And thank you for wanting to help and help other people. Nothing better than that. Thank you, guys. I will see you soon. Now I got to keep the business going. But that's fun, too. Because of you. Ah.